Hello my planner pals and welcome back. And if you're new here, then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design, and today I am sharing my project life for weeks 21 and 22. That is the 20th of May to the 2nd of June. It's insane how crazy fast this year is going. But I did the photos in Canva as usual. I actually printed some of them out for week 21 or like the previous session. Again, if I've got any space left over, I'll just put them on, like carry them over. Like I don't like wasting my photo paper. So if I can, I'll try and like push some photos onto the next week. So I'm just placing down all of the photos. I kind of got them in the order that I want. So I place all of those down, and then I've got the week 21, and I don't put that down yet because I want to put some pattern paper behind it. Then week 22, we've got some photos here. I did actually cut down the photo of the mailbox because I wanted, I think it was 5 little journaling spots or 4 journaling spots, and then the week 22, it just looked odd otherwise. And I'm moving some stuff about and, you know, playing with things. I do actually move a couple of the photos later and try to get them off the page, which was a pain in the butt. Would not recommend. 2 of these photos are actually stock photos from Canva because I wanted to tell the story, but I didn't have photos for it. So that is an option, I'm going to say. If you want to tell a little story about something and you don't have photos, then just choose some stock photos. Again, mine are from Canva, but you can get them from wherever you get your photos from. But yeah, it's the mailbox and the police car. Those are my stock photos here. So yeah, always an option. If you have a story and you want to tell it, you want to get those stories down. If you want a photo to go with it, just find something that works for you and use that photo. Again, it doesn't matter. It's the story that's the important bit. You know, we're storytelling here. It's not really about the photos. It's about the memories. So I'm choosing to use some of the papers from the Dollar Tree paper pack. I used these like the previous weeks in weeks 19 and 20. And then I've got some papers here from, I think this was from the paper pack that I got from Joann's, maybe? Question mark? I don't know. The week 21 word art, that is from Ali Edwards. She did the whole year. Just thank you to Ali for doing that because I just love the consistency. And I'm kind of like, I like the green and the orange and the yellow in that pack. And I just chose some of the colors from that matched. That Dollar Tree pack has like a couple of sheets of like a very beachy wood grain. Beach the tree, sorry, not beach by the ocean, beach the tree, a beachy wood grain, and it's almost great for doing that because it matches my floors in my house. So I chose to do that, and yeah, so let's talk about some of the photos here. The left-hand side, we've got the picture of the tubs of the pens that I recovered. And then I've got the little art space that I've created. That's actually since changed. I put all of my pens on there as well. So I've created a little section in my craft room of like painting, my pens, my pencils, like all of my, I'm going to call it like non-stickery stuff. Non-stickery stuff. And then I created a drawer that's got all of my paints in, like my acrylic paints and stuff. It's been really fun. Like just to have a space to just, because that table that it's on, that black table, it's one of those pull-out ones. So it's not in the way unless I want to use it. And then I can just like pull it out and then it's good. I've got a picture of the June monthly that I did in my wellness planner. Got Stella doing her teethy smile there. And we've got a picture of some flowers that I just saw on my walk. And then on the right-hand page, you've got a picture of Cosmo trying to get underneath the bed. And I think he's just starting to realize that he's growing and not able to do some of the stuff that he previously could. Because he's almost 60 pounds now. And getting underneath the bed and getting stuck is now a real thing. So yeah. And then he has this little teething toy, this little chewy teething thing that we got him. It's like a puppy teething toy, and he just loves carrying that thing about. So I had to get a picture of that. I actually have one on the next week as well. He's just started to do that quite a lot. I've got 2 photos of the cleanup that I've done in my room. One of them is literally just the blank space that's in front of my bookcase, because for the longest time I had an extension cord there that wrapped around the front of the bookcase, and it was a pain in the butt. It was so unsightly. And all I had to do was just switch out the extension cord and then put the cord behind the bookcase. That took me 18 months to do, almost 2 years, but it's done now. And then I got my husband to put a little hook on the wall, and I can hang my cricket mats up there. And then we have a picture of my massage table. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a yoga teacher, and I say used to be because I haven't done it for so long. It's been, I want to say, well, when I broke my kneecap, so February of last year. And I'm just in that space of, is that period of my life done? And I don't know. I mean, I used to teach like fitness classes and stuff as well, but yeah, I just feel like there's going to be some soul searching to do this year to see whether I want to continue with my my Yoga Alliance membership and stuff like that. But I haven't used that massage table probably since 2021. I was seeing a client in her home who I used the massage table with, and she passed away in 2021. So yeah, so it was probably 2020 actually. I last used that massage table, but yeah, she passed away in 21, I believe. So yeah, I haven't used it since then, and it's kind of a reminder of Joni. So I'm just like, I think it's time to let it go. And that means I free up space in my spare room that I'm using as like a fitness room right now. And then we've got a picture of Cosmo on his little dog bed, and that's in my office. He just likes to hang out in here with me when I'm crafting, and sometimes climbs all over me. But yeah, and that is the stories from, I think this is what, week 21. But yeah, it's just crazy. It was a crazy week. I just started getting really into getting this space, this craft room, organized and having a place for everything, and getting rid of stuff that I don't need or want. And I'm in that, again, I've said this in my email, but it's kind of like a spring cleaning mood. It's kind of like spring cleaning, but I'm really into getting less stuff and more things done. I hope that makes sense. Less stuff and more things done. So yeah, I got a few tasks done, and I sold that massage table for $60. So I'm quite happy with that. And then the previous week I sold the equalizer bars, and yeah, but I actually, you'll see in week 22 was when I actually dropped them off. So, you know, they've been sold, but not out of the house kind of thing. And I just dropped off the massage table today. So I'm getting space. I'm feeling space, and that's good. I like space. I like having space to do things. So that was about the stories for week 21. So week 22, which was the 27th of May to the 2nd of June, I've got a few photos here. I've got on the left-hand side, I've got Stella and Cosmo just snuggling on my lap. That, again, I've said this before, but this is pretty much every freaking morning. We get up around 6:30, and that's when I do my journaling and my tarot cards, and they just lay on my lap and go to sleep for a bit, and that's fine. Because, you know, I have to get up because Cosmo needs the bathroom. The left-hand side of me, the selfie, that is my face, because if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that Cosmo body slammed me with his 60-pound butt and body slammed me in the face. And yeah, so I had a little bit of swelling and sinus issues and headaches and everything for like a week. That's actually cleared up now, and everything seems to be fine. So yay for that. The project that's on there is my one little word, and I've put a thing here because I put a photo here because I absolutely loved doing this project, and I think it was Ruth that said you could hear the joy in my voice when that page with the circles turned out exactly as I planned. I was ecstatic. I was absolutely overjoyed and over the moon. I absolutely love that page. This has probably been my favorite month. That was the May project. That's probably been my favorite month so far, of just getting outside of the one-dimensional just stickers type thing. So yes, I am down for that. Again, I mentioned the equalizer bars. That's those yellow bars on that page. I've had those in my room. It was probably around 2010, 2011 that I bought those when I was doing a lot of personal training, and they've been stuck in that room, well, since before the pandemic. I've not had personal training clients for a while that I've seen in-house, like in homes. So, and even when I did, I didn't take those bars with me. So they've been in that room, in the closet, just stuck there for ages. And I'm like, I am not going to use them, because you use them for like dips, for like rowing, but also you can use them as like a speed ladder and stuff like that. I'm like, I am clumsy enough. I have no business using those as a speed ladder. I just don't. I'm going to be falling over and breaking my legs. So no. And I sold them and dropped them off the Friday of this week. So that's why they're on there. And then we've got another picture of Cosmo and his little TV things. He's just, I don't know, he's just in a mood with carrying those around with him like a little baby. Then on the right hand side page, I mentioned that I've got a stock photo here. This is just the mailbox. We got a letter that we need to move our trash cans. So we've done that. And it was funny because it's been, 15 months that the trash cans have been where they are, because I couldn't get round to the other side because of my knee, and they just stayed there. So thanks, City, for that. You were on the ball. But yeah, so we've moved them now anyway. And then I've got the book that I finally, 5 months later, have finished reading. That one took so long, the self-compassion book. Again, some of the books that I read, like the self-improvement books, take a while because there's a lot of like work and journaling and stuff that goes on. But I was just, I don't know, I was just in and out of this book for a while, and finally finished it. Got Stella hanging off, or half hanging off the sofa here, and she was actually asleep, which was insane. We got a photo of, well, a screen grab or an image from the internet of The Last Colony by John Scalzi, whatever his name is. That's the fiction book that I'm reading. I'm usually reading 2 books at a time, a fiction and a non-fiction. So the non-fiction was Self-Compassion, and the fiction book was The Last Colony. So I finished that one, and now I'm on to the next in the series of that, which was Zoe's Tale, I believe. The police car. Let's get into the police car. So the Sunday of this week, we were walking the dogs, and we were going past a stretch of road, and suddenly there were sirens and police coming up from both ends of the road. And the funny thing is that it's the first time that Cosmo had ever heard police sirens. So he let out, as the car went past us, he let out this weird howly puppy howl reply to the police sirens that we just both looked at each other and just cracked up. It was absolutely hilarious. I mean, I'm kidding. We were just like, if we hadn't had the leashes in our hands, we would have been rolling on the floor laughing. It was so funny. So funny. So I wanted to put that in, like the story, but I didn't have a photo because, you know, I've got the dogs, and I sometimes don't take my phone. If we're both going for a walk, I don't always take my phone with me. So yeah, I wanted to put that in, but I didn't have a photo. So I just got a stock photo. So that's what I did for that. And again, that's absolutely an option. So again, as you can see there, I took the photos and switched them around. I just didn't like the yellow in that position, the yellow frames in that position. And I wanted to journal about the, you know, taking the stuff and stuff like that. So yeah. I've been very motivated to like clean, to get things done. And I think I mentioned in another video, but I've been kind of splitting my day into two, where in the morning I do gardening, I do chores and stuff like that. And then in the afternoon, I call it my crafternoon, I do stuff for this channel, for my One Little Word, Project Life, my watercoloring, for just like crafty stuff. And just that one little change has made a huge difference. Just a huge difference. And the other thing that I've done to make this project a little, I'm going to say easier, is after I did this 2-page spread here, I took the papers that I'd had out and I cut them all down to the double box side, like the week 22, the outline there. I think it's like 5 inches by 3.5 or something like that. But I took them all and I cut them into that size, or the smaller size. And I'm like, this makes so much more sense. I wish I'd done that earlier. But also the thing that I did this month, or this 2 weeks, this session, was I got out much more stickers to use. I used the Agenda 52, I think it's the motivational book. I used the rainbow book, and I think that might have been it. And then pattern papers from everywhere. But yeah, just, again, taking bits of stickers that I wouldn't normally use because they're kind of annoying because they're only small little bits. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this project. I don't know why I didn't start doing it earlier. I just don't know why I didn't start doing it earlier. It just makes so much sense, and I love the fact that it's this grid system. I was actually thinking, I think I mentioned this last time, about doing just the big vertical layout next year, but I think I'm going to keep with this. I like the grid system. I like just having the grid and just fitting the photos in and then the pattern papers, but then that could also work with the regular vertical, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just writing the story here about Cosmo doing his little rawr. Rawr. It was hilarious. If I could video anything, it would have been that. So that is my project life, week 21 and week 22. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye!